Hello everyone, Chadman here, and we have a special surprise for you. We haven't done this for so long. This is the wonderful world of native Mountain Blade. Oh, glorious. Let's go and see some of the... Oh, look at this. Oh, God. Doesn't he look fantastic with a cake tin on his head? There's no skills of their own, and there's Michael in from the BNS. So... let's have a look at the teams. You can see here the ICA. You've got Xerxes, Zagoria, and you've got KOA in there, and Rapidox, Igoria as well. God, so many people. And this is the LGN Native Line Battle. So my thanks to the invite. Oh, BNS in there as well. Look at that. Veteran Swordsman Gangster Gonda. Oh, so let's find out what's going on. See if we can find... Here is BNS Michael on his rather speedy light cavalry. And here is the horseman. And it is the Nords versus the Swadians. That old matchup. The cake tin heads versus the bucket heads. Look at this. Benjo from the Agorias. Don't they look great? Who's up the front? Eric. Of course they're led by an Eric. That goes without saying. And here... Oh, boss said... Sednan, look at that. The big cheese himself, the boss, the #1 guy. Now, let's find out what's going on over here, because we've got some guys with large choppers. And these are footmen. There's Trim Habsburg, and there's Juken, and there's Lone Guy from the Habsburgs. Oh, goodness, there's horses over on the left-hand side. And these guys really motoring quickly. As you can see, javelins in the process of being thrown all over the place. And this fine hill is a great place for them to set up their longbowmen. Look at this. The fine footmen and, of course, the shield wall. Look at all these wonderful gentlemen from the Agoria. Now, can we find out where the enemy is located? They're taking pot shots at the enemy cavalry. You can see one of the cavalryman's just taken down his enemy, and look at these guys, they're moving. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh wow, holy crap, that's a lot of people with cake tins on their head. Look at all this. Oh my goodness. And there, of course, you can see the arrows coming in, and the melee begins out there with the large choppers being swung in every direction. Down goes one man, and a team kill, of course, which is bound to happen in this game. Let's look at this. KOA Berserk, and Norman Guy gets murdered. Oh, fantastic. Look at this. Isn't this great? Oh, Native, we've missed you. We've missed you big time. Look at this. The sword fighting as they continue. The Nords and the Swadians getting in there. You can see, obviously, the Swadians in there with their red tunics with studded backs. And there we go. BNS in. Look at that. As you can see, the BNS member of the Swadians with fine chainmail. And what's going on over here? Here's Lamar from the LGN, crossbowman of choice. And looks like there has been a team kill. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh my goodness, it's horses. As horses come charging in. And we move up and find out what's going. Beowulf of Bebenberg, Duguth of Bebenberg. And you can see here BNS Villorn. These guys are going to try and form some kind of shield wall to defend themselves against arrows, because let's face it, that's painful, as Joseph is currently suffering from an arrow in the nozzle. And you can see them fighting over here, as there's Dommy from BMS, and he is supporting his team. Now, it doesn't show you like it does on Napoleonic Wars how many people are left, so we can't really tell who has the advantage. Right now, all we can tell is there's a lot going on. It's sword and slicing. Look at this. Oh, the standoff is real. The standoff is real, and they've charged in. The Nords going in. And here we're looking at Branmir Agoria. Look at this. Doesn't he look fantastic? There's Wilhelm. Sneaky beaky Wilhelm in with a little bit of axe work. The massive... oh, my goodness. I heard a girl screaming there as well. There's no gentlemanly goings-on in this place. As look, you can see Wilhelm going after the remaining Swadia there. Murdered. Whoops-a-daisy, down. Goes another one, and there's more assassins going on. As you can see, the melee coming in. The javelins and the bolts from the crossbows continuing to be fired. As there is BNS Tesco. Oh yes, he's just killed his enemy with a fine sword. Gets out his polearm. Every little helps. Now let's find out what's going on in the centre. As we've got here is BNS Caboose defending himself, and it looks like the Swadians have the advantage. Let's see. As here is BNS Freedom. Now they're going to be regrouping after. Look at that. That is, yeah. Maid, please make up this battlefield. So, let's find out what's going on and how they're going to regroup and start charging towards their dastardly foes. Oh, look over here. There's some dastardly foeing going on. And this is Toxic Gondor, Swordsman. Look at that fine slicing. And the Kingdom of Swadia has won the first round. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. We move on to the next one. And we return by the spawn as the cavalry makes its way out. Clippity clop, clippity clop. Straight past the camera. Lovely stuff. Now, let's find out what's going on over here. The boys. It's the Nords. And Mistress Nord as well. So there's Gronok in his mercenary. There's Triple Zorro from the ICA. There's Norman Guy. And you've got Gaz there. Look at that fine ginger beard on that man. And there's Lizzie with the old short hair, looking very nice. And here is Irish Commie, sporting a fine moustache. That's the kind of moustache you don't want to mess with on this kind of battlefield. And there's Gaz, obviously, the ginger ninja. And I hate white peel. Yeah. Okay, never mind. As you can see now, Czechnik Barrio moving out. There's Wilhelm. There's Totenkopf. Here's Blacklake. Sihan. Benjo. Varga. Eric. Rabadox or Rababox. There's Joe Juvus. My apologies. And here is Sheep. Following like a sheep. Shrek. And Brock. Now who's at the end? Edwin. Fine. Fine name. So, the cavalry continues to circle around these guys. There is, of course, I hate white POs. And I have to say, I don't know a lot of white POs. So, you know, I have no hate for them, generally speaking. Here are the longbowmen. Look at these guys. Duke and Habsburgs. There's Trim. And here, look at the swords. Getting ready in the shield wall. Fantastic. And they've got the enemy cavalry coming in. Look at this, coming in fast. Fast, fast old cav. Fantastic stuff. There's Valdro left behind. Now, the cavalry is kind of filling this gap between the two armies right now. So you've got the shield walls up there on the left-hand side. You've got this nice hamlet, complete with young lady, possibly, difficult to tell, cooking. And I'm not sure what they're cooking in that bucket, but we'll have to wait and see. Now these must be, of course, very, very arrow-resistant tenting. And you can listen to those arrows come flying over the top. As you can see Unknown Gondor from the Swan Knights crashing his horse. Oh, dear. And now you can see more cavalry charging in. And here come the Swadians. Marine SNIR Gondor. And Prince Eleron, also of the Gondorians. A fine name. And there is King Aragorn. No doubt Aragorn II. Lesar the Elfstone. Depending on your point of view. Prince Eldarion. Oh, goodness me. He's been barged to the floor. Huntsman. Ellet. And these guys are going to be moving back because these gentlemen are on the way. Oh, that's nasty. An arrow going straight into the shield. And look at that shield wall. Oh, look at that. That is literally textbook shield walling. Shield. Oh, God, it's a mouthful and a half. Shield walling. Thank you. Hard to believe I even speak the language, really, isn't it? And these guys, there we go, going in with the javelins, trying to take out as many as they possibly can. Are they going to get a lucky kill? As you can see, as they try and take out those shields and do the damage, but they're fighting back. As this gentleman also decided to get in there as well. This could get nasty, as you've got polearm gentlemen in there, ready for a quick poke and a stab. Because who doesn't like... Oh, my goodness! And they've broken and attacked. Oh, my God, it's a Zerg. The massive, massive Zerg coming in as these guys at the back. Cizon of Bohemia continuing to throw horrible, horrible pointy things at him. And here we're looking at Sednan, the boss of Agoria. And look at this, the melee continuing between these guys, trying to keep their shields up. Crossbowman, there's LGN Lamar. And this is fantastic to watch. This is just beautiful. And here over on the left-hand side, yet more battles. Oh, glorious. Absolutely glorious. As I see a Bastion with a large chopper and a big shield going up against another gentleman. And look at that. He returns with a nice slice into him. Going to try and break that shield as quickly as he can. But gets barged to the floor. Can he get that opportunistic slice with the axe? He is not able to. And now he goes after a new quarry, who's now defending himself. Oh, he's lost his shield. That's really bad for Dommy. That's going to be a real problem. He's going to have to try and avoid those crossbow bolts that are coming in his general direction right now. Oh, no. Oh, Bastion lost his shield as he got poleaxed and shot down in the field. Oh, my goodness. There's a strange woman with an extremely large chopper in one hand. Yes, we're not on RedTube. Anyway, so let's see if we can find out what's going on. As you can see, this berserker doing a fantastic job. Look at that, swinging of the axe, the reach of that massive axe. Oh, she's taken one slice, going in for the massive slices. Oh, she's taken another slice. This is bad for Apsu of the ICA, and she smartly decides to cheese it in the opposite direction and make use of the cover that's available behind the shield wall. So, what goes over here? It's a cake tin head. Lara of Bohemia, about to be ex-Lara of Bohemia. Oh, look at that. A team kill in there as well. Apsu with that fine chopping team kill. As we're now watching Lara of Bohemia defending herself. And unfortunately, she is now corpse of Bohemia. But, never mind. The lady is not for turning. No, she's for chopping. Chop, chop. Oh, wow, look at that. Sumigari from the KOA barged to one side. His shield broken before him. He picks out another one. And those big, round, Huskarl-like shields. And they're now trying to defend themselves. So, here is veteran archer. Sorry. There was veteran archer Lenovo. The commentator's curse, the observer cam curse, does it again. Look at that. Just brutal, brutal. And oh no, they've set upon them. They've set upon them. The horseman was taken down and then very, very quickly murdered as the arrows whistle over the top to these fine guys from the Swardians. The last stand possibly of the Swardians. We'll have to wait and see. We've got Lamar in there with the crossbow bolts. We've also got Boy Snake Dog G, I should say, from BNS. He's trying to defend himself. They've got to be careful. Oh, axe going past. As here you can see Rebel Zika from the fine Czechoslovakia. Oh my goodness. Hurry, become master of the field. As the slicing and dicing continues. Here is the 33rd King Alistair. There's a fine name. And unfortunately, he's currently doing his impression of a medieval hedgehog. And he's holding back the boys. The enemy. Who's this? Brock of Agoria sneaking up on one side. Crossbowmen defending them. And there is Boy Snake. Oh, look at this. Who's this? It's Reflexog. Recruit of the 33rd. Currently, no more. And this is looking bad for the Swardians. Running backwards, Mr. Joe Guy 99 trying to fight as best he can. But he's under a lot of pressure right now. Going backwards. Oh, fine slice. Look at that. Beautiful slice. As he is currently running backwards and he's lost his shield. This could be a turning point now for this man. As we're watching Mr. Joe Guy 99. He doesn't have a shield to defend himself against. Can he break down the shield of the enemy? But no. Daniel H. slices him across the back with a fine axe. Now, let's see what's going on next. As you can see, there's still a few Swardians remaining, and there's still a few of the Nords. And look at this, Conor Agoria, and a fight up against Spitfire Boy, who is then... Oh dear, there's a team kill. Oh dear. Military's legend is no more. He is now merely a legend. And let's see what's going on over here. Is this gentleman, Super Lily from the Agorians, supported by Connor and Dacrylus from... Oh, look at that rupee from Agoria. And the Kingdom of the Nords have successfully won that round. And we move on. As we hear in the background, the odd thud. Oh, hello. Irish commie. And everyone getting set up. Oh, look at that fine lock. That fine mane of ginger fire. Look at that. Mercenary Jorah. ICA. Look at him. Doesn't he look fantastic? A fine axe on the back. Now, leading out, there's Norman Guy from the ICA, supported by the Irish commie. You can see all his spears ready to go. Let's see if we can go and find out what the Swardians are up to. Look at this. Oh, wow. This looks fantastic. If we go up high. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Swardian army. Don't they look fantastic? Like ants swarming all over the battlefield. Although, to be honest, not a lot of ants tend to come supplied with lots of arrows and spears, swords, and maybe even a horse. As it looks like the 33rd Skelly gets taken down by one of the Habsburgs. As we follow these guys in. Where is their quarry? Could it be up on the hill by the broken castle? We follow these guys. You can see a group at the back there, probably the archers. As these guys are making their way in. Aha, their quarry is near the hill. But they're not all in one location. So, let's see if we can find out. Got some cavalry up there. As the Swardian army continues to move forward. The cavalry darting in between these areas. Looking to try and get a nasty, nasty kill onto their enemies. Aha! There are the members of the Nordic army. And look at that. There's the shield walls being put into place. And the archers firing over the top of the walls. Look at that. And it's a double shield wall as well. So if a man falls in front of you like a bucket head like this gentleman there, BNS horns. Look at this. And, oh dear. You can see these guys. There's a shield wall there. One of the archers, one of the crossbowmen I should say, took a stab. Oops-a-daisy. That's going to sting. But the fire coming in from their enemy. And you've got this guy here guarding the back against any sudden attack by cavalry. He's got his polearm out. And he's waiting. Now, look at this. Nords. Oh! Oh dear. He's dead. It's all gone horrible. And now the Nords charge in, throwing their weapons at the enemy. Here are... You can see the Swardians breaking to try and defend. Native puppy from the 33rd. Out goes the javelin. Trying to get the kill. This gentleman, Captain Paul from Gondor, sliced across the back is no more. Toxic Swordsman of Gondor is down. And the melee is just absolutely brutal here. Could you imagine what this would be like with a blood mod? You play it, yeah, with a blood mod like from the old games of, what was it, Soldier of Fortune. Could you imagine limbs being chopped off or something along this line? with chivalry. That would just be brutal. Absolutely. Oh, although let's just face it, that wasn't particularly pleasant for him. So, the crossbowmen. Look at that. The 33rd. Also from the 33rd there, you can see Big Matt making shots into the horses. The horse goes down, followed by a very quick response into the enemy. Look at that. Just brutal. And now you can see Nords and Swardians. Oh, fine slice into Johnny from the Agorian. And charges of battle. Charge! Going on. As team killing, of course, which you're always going to get in an event like this. The up-close and personal nature of melee combat in Mount and Blade. And I have to say, I am so looking forward to Bannerlord. We're going to see lots of stuff like this. It's going to look even better. It's going to be slicing and dicing and murder and arrows and swords and shields, and it's going to be bloody glorious. As indeed this is right now. And bear in mind, this is a game that's been out for 4 years, boys and girls. Don't forget that. Along with, obviously, the performance issues related to servers and things like that. But we shall have to wait and see. Oh, dear. Aragorn, the king, is dead. Unceremoniously poleaxed with a javelin. That's going to leave a scar. As here's Edwin. Or Edwin. Fine Nordic name. Now, turning back. Oh! That was a pole that just came over the top of his head. That could have been very unfortunate. So, here, the Nords return. They regroup and move back against the Swardians. Artem, or Artham, from the ICA. Over the top of the fence. Who's this over here? More cavalry goings on. Oh, this is a bad place to stand. Oh, God, he's crashed his horse. Oh, my goodness, he's crashed his horse. Is he going to make it out in time? Who's throwing stuff under the water? What the hell? It's a new line of submarine. Look at this. Hunter Cognatus. Part of the underwater submarine team. Oh, dear. Oh, what the hell? Oh, my God. This is ridiculous. This is... Oh... Wow, this is a battle you don't often see. Well, if you ever wanted something utterly ridiculous, that, ladies and gentlemen, was it. The submarine section of the Nordic army. Glub, 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 glub. I have to say, they're pretty good at holding their breath, I'll give them that. So, the underwater horses and the battle is over. Here, Semcarino from Agoria and the rest of the slightly dripping wet Nords making their way out. Now, let's see. Oh dear, this is Skin Grain from the LGN. He could have a very bad day, and that's exactly what happened. And there we go. Fantastic. Let's move on to the next round. And so we return after a map change, possibly. No, it's all the same map. Yes, I tell a lie. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. They're hugging. Oh, isn't that sweet? There's no time for that sort of thing on the battlefield. Important things to be done. There's people to be murdered. And large choppers to be swung. Oh god, it's a threesome. So, now let's find out. Oh, who's that fine gentleman? Prince Nazim of the ICA. Doesn't she look wonderful? Fine buxom lass. So I should be Princess Nazim, but never mind. We'll skip over such details. As there's Lizzie moving out. And also Baywo, Chetnik Baywo, or Baywo, yep, Baywo from the Agorians. Look at that, Alice the Agorian. Oh my goodness, look at that. Crossbows. And there is Alarin. Or Alarin and... oh god. The names. Lockdog, that's more like it. Sihan. Edwin. And there is Power Guy at the back. Or correction, there's Jonah. So, it looks like Bohannon has taken down one of the enemy already with the horse. A little bit of horse-on-horse action. Let's find out what's going on. As we move. Sneaky Beaky Wilhelm from the Agorians. Seeking out the enemy. Looking for somebody to politely murder. Because that's what the game is all about. As we fly past probably the most ineffectual anti-rain tents you've ever seen in your life. A nice fine log cabin, look at that. Compete with log husband and wife and log kids. Now, here is King Aragorn of Gondor with a fine beard. As the other guys getting up onto the hill. And this hill will give them massive visibility of all around, including the lake. The Nords who will be coming up onto this hill will then be able to see the Swardians in the distance and prepare their defences accordingly. However, the problem is they will be susceptible to attack from all directions, including horses. Let us see. And here is the shield wall. There's Mr. Joe Guy, 99. Unexpected Gab. And these guys, a fine hat. I was about to say fine hat, but fine hair even, but never mind. So, the Swardians as we fly through the arrows, going in the direction of... Oh my goodness, the Swardians. Oh, there's a fight. There's a bit of a punch-up. As these guys... Look at that. Oh, goodness me, those javelins coming in. Oh, heavens above. That's a very dangerous situation now. They've got themselves locked down there. As now you can see the cavalry came charging in. Somebody stuck their head out too far and got 2 arrows in the bonce for their trouble. Look at that fine glinting of the armour. Doesn't it look lovely? Well, hello. So, listen to those arrows. You can just stand here and you see the arrows flying past these boys and girls as they hide. But look, now they have a new target. ICA Norman guy with his shield out. Looking for a spot to hide behind, a rather strategically placed tree. But they're looking to get high ground over here on the right hand side so that they can defend themselves. But these problems will still be occurring for them, as there is Arathorn, and Mithrandir, of course, the name of the fine Gandalf. And there's Marine Sinir of Gondor. Now, oh dear, Swan Knight, unknown, Gondor, is dead. And down goes Megan of Bohemia. Poor Megan. Didn't stand a chance. Now, if we get an idea of what's going on here, as poor old Babenberg, third of Babenberg goes down, and Trooper Prawn of the 33rd also dies. So, these guys are going to be moving up, trying to get some long-distance kills with the crossbow bolts and the arrows from the longbows, as the arrows fly past the camera with a horrible, horrible, deadly whistle. But look at this. There is Cedric, or Gedrich, of Bevenberg. Oh, fine, lovely stab there. And you can see the... Oh, there's a horse. Oh, God, it's... Oh! Gedrich, under a bit of pressure. He's got his polearm out. And it didn't do him any good, as he got a javelin in the chest. As poor as Gedrick goes down, courtesy of King Alistair of the 33rd. And here is LGN Tjaorn fighting. Look at that. Look at the number of swords and just swinging around. And look at all those arrows as well in his shield. Oh, that's a nice knock there. This is really going well between these two guys. A really solid battle. Tjaorn turns and runs as the reinforcements come in. As this gentleman strategically walks backwards, now supported by a shield wall that is moving inexorably closer. The question is, how much further do they want to move up? As the crossbowmen here are firing between the ears of the enemy, or ears of their teammates, I should say, into the enemy. Oh dear, that's not looking good. Scott's there taking a few arrows. Down goes Sco of Bebenberg. Lenovo, and we're now watching Pepper from Agoria moving in. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at all those Nords up there. Down goes Pepper. And the rest of the Swadians moving up onto the attack. Look at this. Isn't this glorious to watch? Absolutely fantastic. A swordsman's mojo goes down. There, of course, is the inevitable team kills that always happen in melee. And Jonah moving up to get involved with the swords on the top of the hill. The Swadians and the swords and the Nords. There's a lot of Swordian going on there, but never mind. Oh dear, George has just been team killed by Mithrandir. Who's this gentleman? There's Skigrin trying to defend himself and unfortunately failing. As an archer doing a fine slice and dice, Skigrin continued to work until he eventually gets taken down. Look at this. Valorn from BNS down as well as the melee continues. And let's look at this. I think it's fair to say maybe the Nords have the advantage on numbers. It's difficult to say. You've got the likes of this gentleman, Jonah Agoria, doing a fantastic job. Out comes the crossbow bolt. Going to go for the long polearm. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, sliced across the nozzle. Brutal, brutal kill there from Eczema. Eczema's bad for you. Eczema's itchy. Let's see. It's a horse. So it's Kawanian coming in. It's going to get blocked. This could be a problem. Oh, down goes the horse. And now gets back up and goes in for the stab as the last man is killed. And we move on to the next round. And here we are on the next round. And a definite shout out to Xerxes from the Agorians for helping me get onto the server, giving me all the details. There's Xerxes, of course, of Agoria, who's currently with 1 kill and 0 deaths. So that's a good thing. So, let's see. Knight Ronald of Bohemia, charging away on his light horse. Who's this fine? It's Megan, horseman of Bohemia. Look at that fine arm, ready to throw the javelin with precision and death. And let's hope she doesn't stab herself in the foot. So, LGN Hinmarsh, fine beardage. And here's King Mike of Bohemia, getting ready to move out. Oh my goodness, there's loads of gentlemen over here. It's a Nordic fest. BNS Scorpia, BNS Marco, BNS Spitfire Boy. Look at this, isn't it beautiful? Doesn't it look great? Now. Oh goodness me, look at this. The cavalry getting involved already with the Nordic cavalry. You can see the Swadian cavalry in there with their pole arms, hoping to get an opportunistic stab on the enemy. Let's see. Look at all these guys. And there with the Huskarl shields. Huskarl shields, I should say. Putting in the defensive shield wall. Oh, look at that. Shots coming in. Into that shield wall. Just look at them. Just waiting. Calm under fire. This is what they're focusing on. They see their enemy just over the other side of that hill. They know they're being fired at. They've just got to stand there and provide cover for the likes of a headbanger at the back here, Caboose. So he's obviously rocking out hardcore, totally metal, man. They're like, shut the hell up, man. We're trying to concentrate. We're trying to be a shield wall. Stop headbanging. Never mind. But up on the far hill here, another shield wall with the BNS and Gangster Gondor. So, these guys pulling back to form up with the rest of the shield wall, no doubt. As the longbowmen continue to work, BNS Vengeful, firing long distance at the enemy. And it's going to be these guys over here. And this gentleman who's walking backwards. Goodbye. I guess he decided to leave. Oh dear. Look at that. The arrows coming in. Oh dear. These guys hiding behind. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Apsu with the virtual hedgehog. These two caught in a breathless clinch again. Look at these two. Completely silly. Another breathless clinch behind a tree. Oh, goodness me. Their love cannot be denied. The love that dare not speak its name. As Knight Ronald of Bohemia drops. You've got an additional little mini shield wall on the left here, courtesy of Andore Berserk, the High Elves, Hunter Matjas. Who's that in the middle? It's King Elrond. What about his brother, Elros, and Prince Celeborn? Ah. Very nice. From the High Elves. Oh, goodness me. And they're just about to diddle a Swardian cavalryman. Not looking good for the Swardian cavalryman. Yep, it's pretty much it. An Irish commie goes down. But now the Swardian reinforcements arrive. Councillor Irish from the ICA. Going in for a little bit of a stab and grab. Oh, wow. Look at this. And now the horse is getting involved as well with the melee combat. Down with ICA, Mr. 47. Fine slicing going on with his great big huge sword. Look at that blocking. Oh, fine. Look at that jumping and sliced. Finally. And down he goes. As now over by the water. High King Capitan. Dwarven High King of ICA. Defending himself against two men. And unfortunately having a bit of a tough time right now. He's got two men on him. He's fighting for his life. Trying to jump out of the way. And finally gets murdered. But forces the team kill. As Aranduri Berserk says sorry for the team kill. Look at these archers. Oh my goodness, what a nose on that man. Look at that nose. That's a fine battle nozzle, if ever we saw one. And down goes, or nearly goes down, Cog Key. And you've also got Alice from Agoria and other members of Agoria moving up. Oh, it's time to get the feet wet, boys and girls. Look at this. Down goes Key. And we've lost Rabadox. That's here, a Marine from Gondor. Marine Bastel. Oh, random horse, hello. Oh, barging to the floor all over the place. Alarinian. Or Alarinian. Ouch. That was a fine arrow shot from wherever the hell that came from. Oh dear, submarine horse attempt. Cullen Bohannon from the WCC. And away he goes. Look at this. Making a run for it. Oh, hello. Behind him. Horse gets dehorsed. Here is Flash Comms. 497 from the 33rd. Defending himself with gusto, but now under attack from a horse. And a gentleman with a large chopper. Look at this. He defends himself successfully. Flash Comms of the 33rd. Apparently, with a few things sticking out of his shield. Now, let's see. Here, BNS King Huss. Oh my goodness, what a face. There's a jutting chin. And the Nords have won that round. And the next round will be the final round. We'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it turned out that was the final round. So, definitely check out the replay on twitch.tv/chaff. I think that was the detail. Looking forward to seeing that. And my thanks obviously to Xerxes and to all the players, all the regiments that joined and fought this battle. Made it so much fun to watch. A huge thanks to every single player and to all the regiments. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this. A little bit of native fun again. Who knows? You might be lucky and see some more. Take care, everyone. Have a nice time. And don't forget, stab people as often as possible when you're on the melee server. That's what it's all about. As we follow a random horse. Hello, random horse. Oh my goodness, is that a unicorn horse? No, okay. Never mind. Anyway, we shall move on. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.